Hello. Good afternoon. Wow, it's you. It's good to see you. Maybe you're here live, which is the most fun way of watching this. Or maybe you're watching this back on the YouTube channel. Either way, I am very grateful you are here. Yes, I am. My name is Gav Cross, and I am a storyteller. That's what I do. I can't believe it either. I can't believe it's a real job. It is a real job. Oh, it feels a bit dark here. Should we have a bit of lighting? Well, that goes too light. We'll close that. See, proof. Proof. If proof be need be, that this is live. I love telling stories. And that's what I'm going to do for the next 20 minutes or so. I've got a story for you, have I? Have I got a story for you? Yes, I do have a story for you. And I've got some poems. And I've got some nonsense. And we'll have a chat. Now, if you're here live, you could say hello, like Sharon has, in the chat box. Or, you see, I can do some shout-outs. Oh, one of the Monkey Bro players are here. You never know. Could be 1, could be 3, could be 17. It's nice to let me know that you're here, and I might be able to ask you questions. There's always a slight delay. At the end of the storytelling, though, I will be doing some shout-outs, and I've got some shout-outs already. So if you want a shout-out, you see, I might miss the chats. I might miss the chats, and then I'll miss you. I might miss that Sam is here. I might miss that Ash and Ethan are here. I might miss that Abel and Greta are here. I might miss that. And that I might even miss that Cordelia, Olivia and Isabel are here. And Talia, who's Cordelia's friend. And it's important. We all know these things. There's Emily. Emily is in Liverpool, of course. So I'll ask questions. You can use the chat box. You can say things to me, but I might miss it. Don't take it personally. Robin and Poppy are here, and Ori's on his way. Come on, Ori. Will and Pip, hello. At the end, I'll finish the podcast. You'll know the podcast is finished when a special magic noise happens. This storytelling finishes when you hear this. Something like that, anyway. When that happens, then you don't even have to stay. You don't have to stay. But if you want shout-outs and chats, that's when it will take place. Remember, listen out for the end of the storytelling, something like this. Don't worry. That isn't me. It's a toy. Oh, that was me. That one was me. It'd be nice to know where you're from. Nice to know where you're from. We got Danny, who's in the UK. We got Jaden, Michaela, and Teddy. Oh, it's good to see you here. Now, I do have some stories for you. And the one I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to read you one. The one I'm going to tell you is very, very silly. And I have told this in schools and festivals a few times. It does involve a bit of and a bit of there is a threat of and there's a possibility that some of the characters could be oh no, and definitely most of the characters get and then I've got a story I'm going to read you where unfortunately all the characters get oh my goodness. Now if this kind of thing appeals, then please stick around. Oh, we've got lots of people. Oh, we've got Hattie and Holly who are watching in Liverpool. That's not very far away from where I am now. Hello, Hattie and Holly. Oh, relax, everybody. Ori has got here. Ash and Ethan are in Shrewsbury, and Laura and Ronya are watching. Now, this story, Brad likes a bit of, well, this story's got plenty of, and a little bit of, oh, no. It's a story of a coyote. It's an American story. It's a Native American story. It's not my story. It's not my story. Of course, what's brilliant about stories is you can find the stories and then you can make them your own. So this is my version of this story, and I challenge you to take one of my stories that I've already told, because there are other shows, or this one, and tell someone else. Do the old face party thing on your phone. Face party your granny or your auntie or your next door neighbour and say, I've got a story for you. Stop everything. Emily's back. This story is the story of a coyote. Now, surprisingly, most of these characters are American, but they're going to have astonishingly British accents. The story of the coyote and the rolling rock. Now, the coyote, of course, is that dog-like creature that roams across the plains of America, but it doesn't roam alone. No, got a friend, you see. Got a friend, the fox. So we've got the coyote, hello, and we've got his friend, the fox, hello. The coyote, hello, and the fox, hello. Not very American, are they? Surprising, unsurprised, to be honest. We're ranging across the plains of America. It was a hot day, and there was a beautiful, huge, flat stone. So they decided it was time to stretch out a little. So they put their blanket down and had a little lie down in the sun. Oh, that's absolutely lovely, said the coyote, waking up from a little nap in the sunshine. Come on now, fox. Let's get going. We've got adventures to find. The coyote turned to the rock and said, You, my friend, have been a very comfortable rock. You can keep that blanket as a very special gift from me. What a kind coyote. And off the coyote and the fox went. Oh. Now, it doesn't rain very often in the plains of America, but for the purposes of this story, a sudden storm moved in. Oh, my goodness me, said the coyote. Oh, no, said the fox. Come on, let's hide. Where shall we hide? Where shall we hide from this rain? We'll hide in this bush. So both the coyote and the fox tucked in under the bush. But that was no protection from this rain. Fox. Yes, coyote? Fox, go and get that blanket back from the stone. We'll use it to protect us from the rain. Really? Off the fox went. Stone, I'm so sorry, Mr. Stone. I've got to take back this blanket. We need it to protect us from the rain, you see. And off the fox went with the blanket back to the coyote, and they both huddled under in the rain. Was that an astounding thunder sound effect? No. Fox? Yes, coyote, go and see what's making that noise. Really? Okay. The fox went to the top of the hill and looked down. And there, rolling towards them, was the stone. This rock was rolling, and as it was rolling towards the coyote and the fox could hear the rock speak. I know. I wonder what accent from one of which states of America this rock will have. It sounded like this. Blanket. Blanket, 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 blanket. The rock was rolling up the hill. Oh, said the fox. Coyote? Yes, coyote. What? It's the rock. What about it? It's coming after us. Blanket, blanket, blanket. It's from the United States of Yorkshire, suggests Ori. I've not been to America myself, so I'm just a natural. Run! So there go the coyote, and there's the fox, and there, close behind them, blanket, 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 blanket. It's the rock rolling towards them. This is a mighty huge rock. This is a stone that could all of them. "I can't keep up," says the fox. "You've got to, said the coyote. "I can't, I'm so tired." "Blanket, blanket, blanket." "I've got to stop," said the fox. "Don't stop," said the coyote. "Don't stop, it'll squish you. I can't run anymore." The fox suddenly saw a hole in a black bank of these plains. It was plainly a hole of some kind of prairie rabbit or something. The fox jumped into the hole for protection, but it was stuck. It was stuck. It couldn't get in. His bottom was stuck. "Coyote, I'm stuck. I can't stop and help you. I've got to keep running." "Blanket, blanket, blanket." The tip of the tail of the fox was sticking out from the rabbit hole, and as the rock rolled over it, it squashed it flat. And that is why it is said that every single fox's tip of tail is still white today, squashed flat. The colour can't get to it anymore. I don't know if that is actually true, but I don't think it matters. Do you? "Blanket, blanket, blanket." "Oh," said the coyote. The coyote ran into the mighty forest, which has suddenly appeared in this story. Not my story. Dodging and weaving in between the trees. The rock smashed through the forest, reducing it to splinters. The rock is Scottish. "Blanket, blanket, blanket." I mean, it's somewhere between the two, Yorkshire and Scotland, isn't it? Northumberland. The coyote ran on and ran on and ran on. In front of it was a fast-running river. The coyote dived into the river and swam to the side. The rock fell into the river with a mighty splash. "Oh," said the coyote. "Oh." From the bottom of the river, rolling across, bursting up on the bank, came the rock blanket. The coyote ran on and ran on and ran on. Ahead of it, it saw bears. 3 gigantic bears. "Bears, help me!" "Help you, coyote?" "Please, yes, there's a rock and it wants to squish me." "No rock will squish you, little coyote. Run behind us." And the 3 big bears, not those bears, these are 3 different bears. These are grizzly bears. Not those bears. You know those bears? It's not them. No. These are these bears. Not those bears. "Stand behind us." And the 3 bears stood in the path of the rock. "Blanket, blanket, blanket." And the rock rolled straight over them. I don't want you to think about bear jam. Bear jam is basically all. "Blanket!" The coyote ran, and the coyote ran, and the coyote ran, and saw in the distance smoke from a little settlement. Running up, "Help me! Help me!" But this settlement wasn't a settlement of ordinary people. No. This was a settlement of witches. Now, I know classically when we say witches, we think hook-nosed women. Not today. No. No, I think witches could mean any horrific almost human individual. You imagine what you want. I mean, this story's all over the place. Help me, said the coyote. Oh, thought the witches. Oh, what a tasty little coyote we've got running towards us. So what's the problem, little coyote? There's a great big rock behind me. It's already gone through the water. It's gone through a forest. And there's a sticky pile of bears just behind me. Strawberry jam, says Mercutio in the chat. Oh, a big rock, said the witches. Why not? Stand behind us. We will protect you. The coyote did. The three witches pulled out their little wands, simple pine branches, and held them in front. Blanket, blanket, blanket. Come on, little rocky rock. Blanket, blanket, blanket. And the rock smashed into the three witches' pine branches. The rock was reduced to dust. A dust that still blows across the prairie today. Ooh. Hello, little coyote, said the witches. We're very hungry. We only saved you because we're going to cook you and eat you. Me? You can't cook and eat me, said the coyote. Oh, we can and we will. Oh no, I'm all dried out. I'm really thirsty. I'm really thirsty. All that running, you see, it's all sweated out. I'm not very tasty. I tell you what, see those buckets over there? I'll take the buckets and I'll fill the buckets with water. I'll drink my fill and then bring them back, and then you can put that in the pot, and then I'll be nice and plump and tastier when I'm plumper. Yeah. Yes, you do look a bit rangy, said the witches. Yes, do that. We'll light the fire and get the pot ready, and you bring back the water. Wonder what they could use for a bit of relish. A nice sticky relish on the side of the coyote stew. The coyote took the 3 buckets and went to the water side. Filled one bucket, drank it. Filled the other bucket. Filled the same bucket. Picked up the buckets. Dropped the buckets, jumped into the water, and swam for his life. The 3 witches stood there, confused, bemused. They had been tricked. Now, the thing about these witches is they were particularly stupid witches. What did you do that for? I didn't do anything. Yes, you did. You let that coyote go. I didn't. You let it go. I think you let it go. Now, what I can't tell you, and this is what the story says, I don't want you to know this, because, well, in the story, which I won't be telling you because it's not really for, in the story, the witches get out what's called a tomahawk. It's a Native American story. So it's an axe, a stone axe, and then one of them hits one with the other with the tomahawk, and then the other hits back. And then, so basically the 3 which end up with these axes kind of, and all 3 of them are all, now, I don't think that's appropriate for this story. So I'm going to leave that bit out, okay? I wouldn't want you thinking about that. Okay, great. The coyote, exhausted, made his way back across the plain. Not long later, tiptoeing around the bear jam and through the splinter wood, he found sitting on that grassy knoll, that grassy bank, just down from the book depository. A little fox sitting just back and to the left, holding its squashed white tail. Hello, fox. Hello, coyote. I'm sorry about that. No, not your fault. I've been thinking about it, Coyote. Yes, Fox. Why didn't we just give him the blanket? There are many stories of the trickster coyote and the fox from the Native Americans of North America. And that's just one of them. Very silly. Like many stories for young people and silly stories that we have over here, it's got the requisite amount of violence and nastiness, because there isn't a story, as you know, if you've ever visited any of my storytelling times, that doesn't have some nasty bits in it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story. I've got some poems for you in a bit. Let's check in with the chat room here. What have we got? We've got some good guesses there. We did have that wonderful pun, strawberry jam. Bear Nutella, not jam. All that. Yes, I suppose you're right. Right colour, wouldn't it? Oliver and Dylan are watching in Warrington. That's not too far away. Warrington is over there for me, so I'm just going to wave to Warrington. Somebody thought it was a great story. It is an amazing story, isn't it? The coyote must be a good swimmer. I don't know technically if they are. But for the purposes of this story, as I say, I thought that my American accents were absolutely brilliant. We've got Lacey and Kyle from Liverpool. Hello. We're going to do some shout outs in a bit. I've got a poem or two for you. What have I got in here? Let's find. Oh yes. Now this is an absolute coincidence, but in this chat, Abel loved it. Good. And we got Will and Pip from Litherland and their little brother Rue. Hello. A very good friend of mine, Mr. Robert Bond, this morning did some poetry reading on his group, Facebook, and he picked one of my favourite poets as well, Spike Milligan, and I prepared some. So it's a massive coincidence, but also a brilliant theme if you find his. He's possibly still here. He has a nom de plume, Thaddeus Bent, more for the grown-up end. But Spike Milligan, when I was little, I remember I was little once, just once. Spike Milligan was one of my favourite comedians and writers and poets and performers. He's much like, and let's all give a big shout out to, he's much like I hope one of your favourites of today, Michael Rosen. Michael Rosen's been quite poorly this week, so let's do a big shout out to Michael Rosen. I love Michael Rosen. He's been poorly. I think he's on the mend now. But like Michael, he writes for all sorts of things, and he wrote these wonderful poems. And I'm going to read you one of these very silly poems, and it's called English Teeth. Are you ready? English teeth, shining in the sun, a part of British heritage, each and every one. English teeth, always having fun, clamping down on bits of fish and sausages half done. English teeth, heroes' teeth, hear them click and clack. Let's sing a song of praise to them. 3 cheers for the brown, grey and black. Are you cleaning your teeth enough? You've got to clean your teeth, haven't you? How's yours looking? Well, not actually, I didn't have a look. And they're all right. They're all right. And what I really should have done was put my glasses on for that as well. So I might have made up a few words. Spike wouldn't have minded. I loved Spike Milligan, and he had a house near somewhere where I went on holiday once. And I just wanted to go down and just walk past the house. I kind of knew where it was, and maybe go to there was only a little village, and go to the cafe and see if. And then that week in the news, it was announced that Spike Milligan, with an air rifle, shot somebody in his garden to get rid of them, and that put me off the idea. Who's got a loose tooth? Oh, is that you, Emily? Emily's got a loose tooth. In a minute, we're going to have the shout outs. And in that, I'd like to know what you've been reading, what stories you've been telling, what amazing things you have learned. So I'm going to type shout out here, and that's when you can start typing in your shout out requests, and also tell me what you've been reading, tell me what you've learnt, tell me what you've been up to. Okay, right. So this one is called. Oh, I'm not sure I should read this one. It's called Contagion. Elephants are contagious. Be careful how you tread. An elephant that's been trodden on should be confined to bed. Leopards are contagious too. Be careful, tiny tots. They don't give you a temperature, but lots and lots of spots. You were right. The herring is a lucky fish. From all disease inured. Should he be ill when caught at sea, immediately he's cured. Is it kippers? It's a joke about kippers. Did you know that? Kippers! I love kippers. Kippers are herrings. Oh, it's a joke about kippers. But you have to know what kippers are. Why don't you have a kipper? Kippers, I love kippers. Genuinely, I'm a big fan. I'm a bigger fan of Spike Milligan, and I'm a big fan of you for being here. So this has been the third of these live storytelling nonsenses. Dave hasn't been around. He's been a bit shy this time. If you don't know who Dave is, you're going to have to watch show number 1. If you've not seen show number 1, it's on the list. Leave a comment to say that you know who Dave is, and maybe he'll be brave enough to come back for the next show, which is on Thursday at 3 o'clock. In the meantime, I'm going to finish the show. We're going to do some shout outs. You don't have to stay. Thank you for your likes. All of these chat things kind of disappear, and then there are some comments as well. So if you wanted to leave a comment afterwards once it's been loaded up, that would be brilliant. Remember, you can find me, Gav Cross Storyteller, on Facebook for the grown-ups. There is my website, gavcross.co.uk. I do have a cousin from the North Pole who's been telling stories. That's gone quite popular around the internet recently. But all I want from you is for you to accept my thanks and gratitude for sticking around and letting me make these noises in your faces. And this is the end of Gav and Dave's Storytelling Nonsense. Thank you very much. Remember, that's not me. That was this. Oh, that's it. You don't have to stay now. You don't have to stay. We can relax. This is the backstage bit. Oh, let's have a look at some of these shout. And I've got some shout outs. My first shout out is in my book from Sophia, and she told me on a comment on previous episode that she's been reading Harry Potter. Didn't say which one. Sophia, let me know which one you're on, and also Tom Gates. And again, Tom Gates, those books, very prolific writer of Tom Gates. And I've got a very special shout out before I read the live chat. Grace Ranard. I've been told it's your 4th birthday today. So Grace and everybody, this is for you. Are you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grace. Happy birthday to you. Oh, I hope you're having a lovely time. Is that song in the Muppet Show, isn't it? The Muppet film, isn't it? You're having a me party. You'll have a lovely party when we're all allowed to go out. Let's have a look. Let's have a look on the shout outs. We've got Emily in Liverpool and reading My Mum, Tracy Beaker. Tracy Beaker, those are a brilliant series of books. There's a Parkins clan who've just written Dave Pigeon. Now, I don't know if Dave Pigeon is a book or they want a shout out for Dave the Pigeon. So I better give Dave the Pigeon a shout out. If it is a pigeon, hi Dave. And if it's a book, then I just need a bit more detail. Robin's been reading A Big Mess. Oh, you've been reading it out to mum and dad without any help. Robin, that is very impressive. I'm very impressed. Ori's been reading Creature Teacher, and your parents are driving you crazy. And again, I think that statement is a book. My parents are driving me crazy. It could potentially, of course, be a cry for help. I do know the Beamsons. Lacey has been. Oh, what have we got here? I missed that. Let's have a look. Lacey's been reading Ratburger, David Walliams. Well done. And Ori's just typed Spike Milligan. Emily loves Dave. I love Dave, but a bit shy. And Brad, who I know is a big boy in Australia, who's lovely, he's given a shout out to everyone in the chat box. He's a toilet brush, is he? Well. Oh, you've been making stop animation. I think it's Greta and Abel, isn't it? That's amazing. I'd love to see that. If you're prepared to share. Yeah. Okay. Oh. And Ari's been reading The Hobbit. Love The Hobbits. Oh, I love the Hobbit book. Lord of the Rings, I mean, when you get to that, is an astounding book, but The Hobbit is a brilliant start. Sophia's here. It's on the first book of Harry Potter. What a treat. That first book, all those beautiful books ahead of you. Lots of happy birthdays to Grace. Carl is reading anything Marvel. I like a bit of Marvel as well. We got Emily. His birthday's on Saturday, and her last birthday was at the Funny Looking Kids Comedy Club. It's Saturday. Happy birthday for Saturday. I've got a Funny Looking Kids announcement in a moment. And Brad is reading The Most Successful Fishmonger to his immediate family. That's good. It's confirmed Dave Pigeon is a book. But if you do know a pigeon called Dave, pass on my regards. And Phil is reading Ratburger, yes. And someone gets a holiday quarantine birthday. Imagine the parties afterwards. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for telling people. I'll be back on Thursday. I'd love to hear what you're up to. I'm more than happy to see what you're up to as well. You've got the Facebook group, if you've got grown-ups who are on that, to send me things. It'd be lovely. I'm now going to go and read some more poems. I'm going to have a little cup of tea. Sophia's also reading Ella on the Outside. I'd love your book reviews. If you've got book reviews, I'll read them out. Oh, you want to send me a book review? I'll read out the book reviews. You take care. Enjoyed that. And if you like Funny Looking Kids Comedy Club, find Funny Looking Kids. We're doing a live show on April the 18th. Yes, with the support of the Citadel in St. Helens. You see, we were going to do a live gig for them, and they said, we can't do a live gig anymore. I said, why is that? I said, because of the thing that's going on. I said, what thing that's going on? Oh, the thing that's going on. But they said, well, can you do it online? We said, we could do it online, Citadel Arts. So stick around, follow Funny Looking Kids. We'll be doing a comedy club, family-friendly comedy club on the 18th of April. Bye-bye, everybody. Now let's see if this still works. Take care.